everyone, it's Avery Dawnside and welcome back to another video. So I have had so many requests on this video specifically, and that is how I make my thumbnails. So I posted the video on how I make my realistic roleplay videos, and I'm honestly thinking of making this a series on how to basically start your own star-stable YouTube channel, because it is kind of hard, I'm gonna be honest. This took me a lot of learning and a lot of techniques. So I'm here to share those with you guys so that you can do it all yourself. So you're probably like, Avery, why are you just standing in the random area of your home stable? But this is step one of how to create a thumbnail. Now, everyone's thumbnails are unique to their own channel. I'm just going to be showing you guys how I specifically make my ones. These are not my realistic roleplay thumbnails because those are very different from just my like in-game playing thumbnails. So this is an in-game playing thumbnail, and if you guys want later, eventually down the road, I can make a realistic roleplay thumbnail video. But without further ado, let's get into it. So the first step, which is very crucial, is you're going to want to take a picture. So that's why I'm standing in front of this wall, because usually you can take just like a picture in game anywhere you want to, but I'm going to be showing you how to kind of separate your character and put it onto new backgrounds and just really spice up your thumbnail to make it unique to you and your channel. So I like to use certain emoticons, if that's what you guys call them. I traditionally use blush, happy. For like shocking videos, I use the not listening. Sometimes I do the thumbs up and so on, but for this one I think we're going to go ahead and use blush, or we can even try and do the wave. Or another one I like to do is welcome. So I'm going to click the welcome and snap the picture that I like. Also, make sure you're in an outfit that you like and you think is good. So there we go, we have our picture, and don't worry too much about the lighting, except the one thing I will say is try to get it so that your character's skin is all one color and there's not weird shadows. Like as you can see here, there's weird shadows, but you want to make sure that your character's obviously skin tone is all one color, and don't worry about adjusting in game. You can if you want to, but I do that on outside apps. So I'm just gonna snap my picture and then I will see you guys in the next step, which is going to be on my phone. Hello everyone, and welcome to the first app that I use to make my thumbnails. The app is called Pixar, and I believe it is available for all Apple and Android products. Don't quote me on that though, but it is completely free. While there are features that you can use to pay for it, I use everything that's free because it's just what's accessible and usable for me. So you can obviously play around. I just sent the picture to my phone and loaded it into Pixar. But the feature that I use the most is called Cutout. So you're going to want to click Cutout and then go to Outline. You can kind of zoom in and play around with it if you want to, but you're going to want to take the outline figure and basically just go around the outline of the object that you're trying to make a sticker out of. So in this case, it's going to be Avery waving. So I go like that. Once I've completed it, you click the arrow and then it can cut out your photo. Now you can click preview to see what it will look like, and you might want to go around and touch up some areas. Like I'm going to erase this little wood piece on her arm. You don't have to be super tedious about it. I wouldn't spend hours trying to make sure that everything is out of it. You just want to basically make sure that the basis of your object is what's covered and no background is included. So once you have that, you're going to want to click save, and you now have your sticker. The little PNG form will show that the little checkerboard in the back, so then you want to click download and save to your camera roll, which then I'm going to send to my computer now. Welcome to the place where all the magic truly happens, Canva.com. I love Canva.com. I have been using Canva since the beginning of my channel to make everything and anything that you guys have possibly seen. From my thumbnails to my intros, outros, profile pictures, headers, thumbnails, absolutely everything is created right here on this website. I love Canva because it's easily accessible, super simple to use, and almost everything is completely free, other than the extension packs, which are optional to pay for to unlock more broader features. But personally, everything I use is completely free, and you can see that I've used it multiple times for different occasions. So the super nice thing about Canva is you're just going to slide over to create a design, and they already have the custom dimensions dimensions for anything you could possibly need. Obviously, the one we're going to be using for today and the one that I use most traditionally is YouTube thumbnail. So you just want to click that and it's going to open up a separate tab where your untitled design is going to begin. So I've already pre-uploaded the little sticker that we made in our app Pixar earlier, so I'm just going to drag and drop that into there. To upload these, you basically airdrop it to your computer or email it to yourself, save it, and then upload media right here in this little tab, and that is how you get it into your uploaded media. So we're just going to let that hang out for a little while we go into the next step, which is choosing a background. So some backgrounds that I like to use for these specific types of thumbnails are backgrounds that Star Stable actually provides for you. So you can go and into another tab, go to Google and just type in Star Stable backgrounds, and it will direct you to Star Stable's website where there are free downloadable and usable backgrounds for anything you might use. So in this case, I'm going to be using this one. So I'm gonna click position and do it to the back so that my sticker is over covering it. It's okay that this isn't the best quality. I just copied and pasted it into here. I didn't download it or anything, so that's why it's a bit blurry. So you're going to want to blow it up to wherever you feel fits. I like to make sure that not a lot of background stuff is in there at all and just really make it so that it is front and foremost, and Avery, my character, is the only thing you can really see. So as you can see, the quality is very bad now, but that's okay. So you're going to want to go to adjust and blur out the background. So you can turn it up to however much you like. You can go all the way up. You can go all the way down if you want. You can do whatever works for you. I like to do it just enough so that you can't see the pixelated background, which obviously if you don't want that to be seen at all, you can use a better picture. But for this, we're just going to keep it simple. So now we have our blurred out background, or forefront, which is Avery, and we're gonna blow her up to make obviously whatever size fits what you're looking for, but I feel like this is probably an appropriate size, and then I'm probably gonna move her over so that we can leave room for the text over here. Now, to move into text, you just click over to the text box and add a heading. They have some pre-made ones, which is another great thing about Canva. They honestly have things created for you, but you can click add a heading, and obviously this is going to be how I make my YouTube thumbnails. Now obviously, depending on the video, you might want to do more clickbaity types of things, but for this I want to be pretty straightforward. So the font that I usually use is Anton. I like this font because it's bold, it fits really nicely with honestly any type of video, and specifically for like Let's Play videos, I just think it matches really well. So I'm going to continue to use that for this one. You're also going to want to play around with how your font is stacked, so you can shrink it, extend it, and stuff like that, and play around with size. So I'm going to have it be like this, and I'm going to make it a bit bigger and shrink this down. So this is how you get the basic text, and it's honestly pretty easy. You just have to figure out what works for you. I might slide Avery over a little bit. I might slide her back this way. It's completely up to you. Your creative juices are flowing, and let yourself just figure out what works for your channel. So then I'm going to go into effects. I like to use the splice effect to make it outlined like this, and I like to usually do black and white font to make it really stand out. I'm going to turn the offset all the way down, and you can play around with how thick you want the border to be. I usually like to make it about 50% like this, and that is how you have your text onto your thing. So you're probably like, this is pretty good, but I feel like there's stuff missing, which I would completely agree. So you're gonna want to go back into uploads, and I'm gonna scroll around until I find the thing that I'm looking for. Obviously you guys can see I've had a lot go into Canva. Okay, so now you're gonna wanna, something that's crucial about creating Star Stable videos is obviously making sure the logo is prominent. You don't have to do this for every single video, but if you're topic of your media or your video is specifically focused around Star Stable, it's probably a good idea to include their logo. So you can just find these on the internet and you can type up Star Stable logo PNG. You especially want to make sure to include PNG at the end because that makes it so that it's a transparent background and it's just the logo itself. So you can shrink it down to whatever size you want, and I'm actually not going to be using that one. I already have a few preloaded into here from very, very old videos, so I just have to scroll around and find it, and then I will insert it. So I like to use the black and white one because it matches basically everything that you could ever need it for, and so I usually like to put it in the bottom left corner of my videos because if you guys notice when you clicked on this video, it will say the duration of how long it is, so you really want to try and avoid putting any small text or anything in the right corner because that's where the duration of the video is going to be and you won't be able to see exactly what it says. So now we have our logo, we have our text, we have our girl, we have our background, but it's still kind of looking plain, right? So you're going to want to click over to elements and you can search up multiple different things. As you can see, I have random things popped up, but I like to type in decor. So a lot of different things will pop up when you type this in, but obviously it's just what works for you. The one thing about Canva though is if you see this little crown and it says pro, it means that it's not free. So we're gonna want to avoid those and just stick to the ones that are free, but then you just click it and you drag it to wherever you think works. You can obviously take it and then click delete if you don't like it. You can bring it back. You can change the font color up here, which is something that I love about Canva. You can honestly make everything personal to you, and that's what makes Canva so special and so accessible for everyone to use. So now we have that little thing in there and you're like, this is pretty good, but I just feel like Avery looks a little sad in the background. She looks a little bit not like she fits in there. So I like this general thing. I might look around, maybe include some razzle dazzle sparkles. I usually like to include like a lot of decoration in my videos because I go for more of a like spicy look rather than just a regular look. So it's obviously up to whatever your channel design is and stuff. Obviously realistic roleplay videos are very different from the thumbnails that I make for videos like this. But once I'm happy with my design, we're gonna download it, and you can download it as whatever is compatible for you. I download it as a JPEG because that's what works for me, and then I'm gonna send it back over to my phone for the final steps on how to complete my thumbnail. Hello and welcome to the final step of creating our thumbnail. This is obviously an extra step, but I think it really pulls together and makes a difference for your thumbnails and makes them really stand out. So the app that we're currently in is called Lightroom. Now Lightroom is kind of like any other app where you can adjust the lighting, color, effects, and just the overall settings of your photo that you have. But something that is unique and peculiar to Lightroom is that you can make downloadable presets that other people have made, or you can save settings so that you can make it a preset to apply to every single photo so that every single thumbnail has the same exact settings to give it a uniform look on your channel. I think this really brings together organization and just makes your channel unique to your look. And so my look is kind of a brighter look, as you can tell. From most of my thumbnails are a brighter tone. So to do that, I have a few presets already loaded here, as you can see, and you can kind of click around and see which ones work for you, but the ones that I typically use are Bailey, because that's my dog's name, and Blue Light or Blue Light Toned Down. So both of these Blue Light and Blue Light Toned Down are the ones that I use on my Instagram very frequently, and Bailey is usually one that I use for my thumbnails. But for this time, I'm going to be using Blue Light Toned Down because I think it just overall really matches my look that I'm going for. I think the Bailey preset for this photo makes Avery look a little too orange, so I'm going to click on Blue Light Toned Down, click OK, and then export to camera roll, and that is the final step of how to create your YouTube thumbnail. So this is the final product that we just created together. I did edit in a smile and some eyelashes just so that Avery looks a little bit more like a person, but you guys can do anything that you want to individualize your own thumbnails and make it your own. So I hope you guys got some experience out of this, and if you have any questions, again, please don't hesitate to comment down below. Okay, so you have successfully created your own star-stable thumbnail. How fun! I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment down below. Everything that I use in this is free, so anyone can do it, and it's possible in any compatibility for everyone. So I hope you guys enjoyed it and this was really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!